The architecture of Melbourne, the second most populous city in Australia, is characterised by an extensive juxtaposition of old and new architecture. The city is noted for preserving a significant amount of Victorian architecture and has some of the largest in the country. Additionally, it features a vast array of modern architecture, with around 60 skyscrapers over 100 meters in the city centre, which have deliberately been set back from thoroughfares and streets to preserve historic architecture, leading to the title of Australia's most European city. Melbourne burgeoned after the discovery of gold in the 1850s, which led to a gold rush that brought a prolonged period of wealth and prosperity to the city. For a period of time it was one of the wealthiest cities in the British Empire, second only to London. This is reflected in much of the city's architectural grandeur, and its flourishing Victorian-era periods, which led to some of the most prolific structures in Australia's early history. For some time up until the early 20th century, it was Australia's most populous city until overtaken by Sydney. Melbourne is also said to have anticipated the skyscraper race alongside Chicago and New York City, with the construction of the Queen Apa, Australia, building, sometimes referred to as one of the world's tallest buildings in the 1890s, Australia's tallest building until 1912 and Melbourne's tallest building until 1929. Slipshod government and council attitudes towards heritage in the 1950s, 60s and 70s led to the destruction of most of the city's early architecture, although some edifices have been retained, specifically the Royal Exhibition Building, the Melbourne General Post Office, the State Library of Victoria and a number of churches and cathedrals.